Sigma 16 to 28 f.2.8 and 28 to 70 f2.8. This is for the L mount because I just purchased the Panasonic. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, you can see it on the side here. This is the S5 IIX full frame Panasonic. I don't have much lenses for this yet. I have the kit lens that I bought this with, but besides that, I don't really have much. I also got the Sigma adapter. Here's the Sigma EF to L mount adapter. I got this because I have Canon lenses, but I wanted something native to this camera that are decent quality, but then also within a certain budget level. And this set came to mind. And upon research, this is the set that I kept coming back to. Sigma also makes a 24 to 70 f2.8, and I could have gotten that one, but I don't want 24 as my widest angle. I want something wider. And there was a little bit of a sale. Sigma was having a little bit of a sale, so I got a slight discount, and I decided to buy two of them because purchasing two of these, would be less than if I purchased the 24 to 70 f2.8, the Panasonic, because that's about almost $2,000, I think, around there. So I'm going to unbox this and then just show a size comparison and then do some test footage on the Panasonic Lumix here, S5 IIX. And let's go. Let's open these up. Here are the lenses. It's kind of hard to tell them apart because they feel like the same size, although the 16 to 28 is a bigger circumference because it's a 72, and you can feel that the entire lens is bigger, or the circumference is bigger. This one is a thinner lens, the 28 to 70, but then when you extend it, let me get rid of these lens hoods off of both of them. Is there a clicky thing? No, you just turn it. You just turn these ones. There's no button for this. Okay, in the hand, it's hard to tell these apart, right? Can't really tell. But when you extend the telephoto lens, then you notice a difference. Yeah, I never had the 24 to 70 2.8 by Sigma for any lens mount, so I'm not sure about the build quality. These ones, they feel decent. They don't feel cheap. They don't feel hollow. There's some weight to it. Just to compare, here's the Sigma 18 to 35, a very popular lens that's been around for a long time. This is the EF mount for my Canon. And this one is also a 72 millimeter. One of the reasons why this lens is still widely used by a lot of filmmakers, a lot of indie people, is that 18 to 35 is a great focal length for crop censored cameras, and also it's a 1.8 through the entire zoom range, and the zoom stays within the barrel. A few negatives with this is that on a lot of the modern cameras, even updating the firmware of the lens, the focus hunts a little bit. It's noisier than a lot of the newer lenses, and there's no image stabilization, which is a big deal when you're shooting more of on the mid-range of the zoom. In comparison, here's the 28 to 70. Let me just extend the zoom here. You can see that the length is similar, but this is for full frame, and this one is only for APS-C. Oh, there is a huge weight difference. The 18 to 35 is hefty. I can feel the weight difference. In fact, I think... Oh yeah, these two lenses seem almost the same weight as this one 18 to 35. Interesting. And the build quality is a little different. I think the 18 to 35 is better built. And I've had this for years. I can attest to the quality. Now, are these weather sealed? Okay, I feel some rubber here, but I don't think these are completely weather sealed because it's just really plasticky. Another comparison is here's the kit lens, the 20 to 60, which is I think a great focal length. And if this wasn't a variable aperture, I hope that Panasonic would release a 2.8 20 to 60. That would be amazing. It would be a lot bigger than this, but as a comparison, this is a button to release the hood. As a size comparison, here it is to the 16 to 28, still smaller. When you extend the zoom, longer, and let me just extend the zoom on the 28 to 70. Yeah, once you extend the zoom on the 20 to 60, it's nearly the same length as a 28 to 70, but this is covering more ground. I think this is what is this? This is a 67. So 67, it matches the 67 of the telephoto lens, or the mid-range, 28 to 70. Both 67. This one's a 72. Some other lenses. I have another lens to compare this to. I still shoot with micro four thirds. I have my GH6 cameras, and then I also have my BGH1, which is micro four thirds, right? Love this camera. And I got one of the hefty lenses or investments that Panasonic makes, and this is their 10 to 25. There's a 25 to 50 that's pretty much the same thing to this one with the longer focal length. But this is their heavy duty micro four thirds lens. I believe, with the exception of the longer telephoto lenses like a 100 to 300 or a 600 millimeter, this is the biggest autofocus native lens that Panasonic has made. So to compare, I'll get rid of this lens hood. Micro four thirds. Now check this out. It dwarfs the 28 to 70. And then when you extend out the zoom here, yep, even that. And let me get the smaller lens. Or here's the 16 to 28. Completely demolishes the size, and this is a 77 millimeter filtered thread. It's just insane how big this micro four thirds lens is in comparison to full frame glass. And there's a significant weight difference too. Okay, so let's see what the Sigmas look like on my Panasonic S5 IIX. So for this one, I have that Tilta half cage on there, which I like so far. Let me release mount. Let's go with the 16 to 28 first. Yeah, feels great in the hand. Good size for this, right? Good look. Here's the 16 to 28 2.8. I have it on 2.8 right now, which I'm going to leave it on. And it's on autofocus. Here's 16 millimeters. Let's go to 28. That's decent bokeh. And I have the camera's in-body stabilization on. Here's the 16 to 28. I have it at 2.8. Checking the close focusing distance. Yeah, this is I'm pretty close to this box here. Autofocus seems good. Same thing with image stabilization. Let's go to 28. Now I'm on the 28 to 70 at 2.8. All the settings are the same as the 16 to 28. Let's go to the close focusing. Whoa, man, great. This focus is even closer than the 16 to 28 here. I am really close to this box. Let's go to 70 millimeters. Okay, now we're back on this plant. It's at 28 millimeters. Ooh, focus is a little more difficult when it's not a human, just an object here. Let's go to 70. Oh, that bokeh. A lot better with this mid-range zoom. Let's focus on a bad apple here. How's the image stabilization, the in-body image stabilization at 70 millimeters at a 2.8? I'm going handheld. It's not bad on the LCD here. Let me go to 20. Let's go to 50. 50 millimeters.